What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Welcome back to my Brandenburg Let's Play. There's a few things here that I wanted to do whilst we are at peace. And one of those things is integrate Saxony. I did decide if I could integrate any nation right now, it would be Brabant. However, I can't quite get the relations with him. I could influence him or give him money. Right, but I can't, well, I can't afford to do that. I would rather not. I'm going to go ahead and just integrate Saxony while I am at peace, because speaking of money, we're not making nearly as much as I would like to ramp up our navy against the Ottoman Empire. The other thing I want to do as well as build heavy ships is actually upgrade our fleets, which is going to cost almost 800 ducats. So, I think the sooner we integrate Saxony, the sooner I can state up all of his land, which is quite considerable, and it's all going to be mostly accepted as we are Saxon. So that's going to be a nice little improvement to our country, I would say. Let's check these out. I want to make sure that we're getting as much papal influence as I can. Oh, I could make a generous donation, but I don't exactly want to do that either. Okay. So I've been thinking we could take the advanced casus belli for our next war against the Ottoman Empire. That is indeed something we could do. But let's quickly engage ourselves in one more war before we... Or maybe more. This guy was guaranteed by the Timurids, I think, all allied, but he no longer is. We could probably declare that and this at the same time. I might just do that. I wanted to see the Ottomans allies. We have CB against Yemen. I wonder if we can just break his alliance. Aha. We can just break alliance. I will do that. That's going to give us a truce with Yemen, unfortunately. But we don't have to deal with him when we declare on the Ottomans. Perhaps when our truce is up... oh, we get an extended truce then that I just can't find myself among all of these nations, so I'm not going to bother. That's just our subjects there. I think it's 10 years from now. Hopefully we can go in against Yemen and just absolutely wreck his face if he doesn't have diplomacy, but he could re-ally in that time span. So what else are we going to do? I'll move one of these smaller stacks out to deal with that guy. Try to avoid some attrition here if possible. Is there anything else I want to do while we're at peace? So I really want to grab this to reduce my fort maintenance. I might just do it. We're a tech behind the Ottomans. That's something I'm concerned about, and we can tech up. I'm just going to do it. I think fully investing in the economy the best that I can. They gave us 6 ducats a month. Is the way to go. We invest now because we've got catch up to do. We've been poor for so long. Our entire existence we've been poor. I noticed, guys, I'm not sure I caught it when it appeared, but we got a really nice trait on our ruler there for army tradition decay, -1 per year. Now, he's quite old, but hopefully this guy sticks around. The corruption is really nice for our economy, the tech is okay, and the yearly army tradition, I would say, is really good, because we're not losing very much at all. If we keep going to war, we're going to gain more and more and get nearer to 100 at this rate, which is just awesome. So I think that's all I wanted to do here. I was actually thinking, guys, we could declare on France. France is involved in this war. And I did check when my diplomat was free. Spain will not back him up. So that is one way that we can actually ruin their relations, perhaps forever. Whoa. Kilwa is a valid rival for Spain. Man, that's how you know Spain's not doing very good, eh, guys? Not as well as he could be doing. Let's have a look. He's got a little native that would help him. We do have quite some CB. My concern is that the empire in the state that it's in, you know, minus Austria, would not be enough to handle France. We'd have to fight it ourselves. He's got 125,000 troops. Mind you, we do have Sweden as well. Huh. I wonder how well they would do if we just declared on him. He's got no manpower. I think our subjects are not in the best shape either. Some of them were quite war exhausted. It's tempting to just declare on him and see if we can get some war score and land while I'm fighting out here. I don't have that much faith in... I mean, that's near half of his troops right there, right, in Bohemia. But there's no other really considerable force there. A lot of them are sort of fractured. He's done sieging Portugal for the most part, it seems. Which means there are some troops right there. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I was wondering if his troops were out in the New World. We don't have any vision out here. I wonder if we can select a fort to cheat. No, I don't know. I do not know. I might put that on the back burner, but what we will do is go to war. Let's do it. Get up close to this guy. And Korkand. 27 ducats per month looks pretty good. We're integrating Saxony at a nice speed. An alliance from Spain. Did you just piece somebody out? Yeah, that's tempting, man, but, you know, I really just want to PU the crap out of you. Do you know what I mean? I just want to kind of PU, casually keep PU the entire world, to be honest. You know, I'm just a humble guy. Really humble desires. Just casually PU the entire world. That's all that I want to do. So I might not get the truce with you, Spain. Sorry about that, bruh. Now, manpower's ticking up a little bit while we're at peace. We've pretty much capped... We have every modifier with the Pope, guys. Right? Why don't we just boost our mercantilism a little bit there? I know we're converting some provinces, so our papal influence is going to go up. We're at 3 stability. Let's try and get some mercantilism as well. That's going to help out our economy as well. Now, his fort level 1 capital is right there. He's got no allies, so let's try to make this a swift victory. Even if we don't take 100% of extension, I want to make this really swift because our truce with the Ottomans comes up soon, and I want to be I want to be poised and ready to go if possible, straight in against the Ottoman Empire. Declare a war, Areno. 38,000. That's a pretty big stack down there. Gonna have to group up some troops to deal with that. Luckily, this is only a fort level 3, which is just a basic fort on top of the capital city. Hopefully, will not take too long either. Gosh, I want to try catch these guys before they just walk off and are never seen again in Russia. Speaking of Russia, guys, I'm really astonished, actually. He's over 100% war score cost already. You know, even though these provinces are such low development for the most part, a lot of it is not actually the colonies here. It is fed land, you know, like 14 development here. The best way to look is the culture, really. All of this has been fed to him. Here, can I unselect culture and look at it? God dang it. There we go. All of that has been fed to him, and all of this is colonies. Yeah. They're large, low development provinces. That's large for a colony, or is that not a colony? I don't even know anymore. I think these are colonies, right? Because they should be Siberian. No, they're totally not. They're totally not. Just these are colonies. I'm losing my mind. My marbles. Just those are colonies. The rest has been taken, right? I think so. How many troops does Saxony have? We're going to inherit his 7,000. It might seem trivial, but, you know, when our manpower is so low, that's a way that we can reinforce some troops without actually spending our manpower, or money for that matter. Going to get his cheeky 7,000, which is nice. Oh, god dang it. I don't want that modifier, so we'll spend some Diplo here on some mercantilism. Could be worse. Now, Kokand is actually 2 behind us in military tech, so we should be able to take out his troops here with our 6-shock general really quite easily, even though we're outnumbered. We're about to catch him out of position. It's really good. Feels good, man. Get casually rickety-ronied. I might just go for his fort. Hungary's never offering me free troops. What don't you get, Hungary? I don't want to buy your troops, please. Alright, now one thing I've wanted to do for a long time, guys, is just check some of these cheaper basic buildings to see if any of them are really economical for us to build. Like, we've got a 0.22, 0.20. I would say those are pretty good. 0.19, I suppose. I think building some of these, even though our mission is to build heavy ships, let's try to make improvements to our economy by doing this. I can build a stock exchange, which is really expensive, but there's not that many profitable locations to do it, in my opinion. Let's look at our workshops here. Well, I'll have a look again at Danzig when that... Hang on. 0.15, okay. That might be just about all we do in terms of buildings, even though I would love to... Ooh, look at that, 0.31 workshop. Ooh, that's like the best building I can build right now, as far as I can tell. That's the kind of thing I was trying to look out for. That looks very nice. Yeah. Investing some of that money, hoping to take some of more money from natives like this when we piece them out. And I want really my economy to be really booming. We can still afford a +3 advisor. I mean, it's not that we can afford it, it's that there is room to get more admin points via that method. I'm holding out on that though, partly because I want to be gaining money more than I am, and partly because the inflation reduction is really nice, and we have the chance with the trader and the inflation reduction advisor to get that nice rare event where you gain 200 admin and 200 diplo. That would be really sweet. Yeah, so the thing is, guys, not only do we want to build 20 heavy ships for our mission to get this nice reward, but we also want to... Okay, I gotta remember here, don't be too hasty. Let's core most of this up before we peace out Karakan. So we're going to be at war with him for a while. Let's take these 2 stacks and see if we can go manage our rebels. What was I saying? I want a massive navy to be able to smash the Ottomans. So rather than just building up, you know, a few more ships, I think firstly we're going to be a little bit patient. Oh look, we're about to inherit Saxony. Might be worth building that church there in Saxony, as I'm stating it up. Build that building as well, now that we can afford it. Why not? Why not? Let's begin building a church in Saxony. 0.22 is pretty nice. Yeah, so maybe after building some of those more productive buildings to build, I may just begin hoarding our money now so that we can modernize our fleet. Perhaps if we're lucky, the Ottomans' fleet is not modernized. That would be cool. Speaking of the Ottomans, he's back up to over 200,000 troops. That's a lot, man. Damn guy. Okay, with this general we should have no problem. No! Okay, we'll take the +2 trade advisor. We certainly should be making more money now than we did then. But we're making one less Diplo a month. Okay, so I suppose we're waiting for this to core. We're going to peace out Coruscant. Are we doing anything else in the meantime? Truce comes up this year, September. So I guess we're going to be gearing up for the war against the Ottoman Empire once again. We got plenty of prestige to spend, so I will just do that rather than increase the cost of my mercs, because we are going to be using quite some mercs. Man, I should be using our diplomats to improve. Don't forget about that. You know, now that we've mostly got the trade on lockdown by integrating these Germans, I think for sure I'm going to try begin, not Bohemia. Bohemia's doing a lot of work for us as a subject, but I think the more significant nations like Cologne, Brabant, if I can integrate them, I'll be doing it, as opposed to the giant ones like Bohemia or the one province miners. Going for the sort of more mid-rangey ones, I would suggest. And I know that Cologne has really nice influence over... What terrain is this? Mountains? Hills. Really nice influence over the Rhineland. Which hopefully we can, you know, tap into. Okay, so I suppose we can tick up for -10. And we're going to be able to tick up our military just in time as well. I might as well delay this in case we get it for -15, although I don't think we will. I don't think there's any reason to tick it up right now. But we're going to be getting ticking war score fairly quickly as we just take his capital. Hopefully, if he doesn't go to war, we're going to be able to actually wreck his troops right off the bat as well, just for the sake of punishing him. That would be cool. Which we seem to never be able to do, is actually, like, win engagements on that guy. Alright, I think I'm just going to pull all my troops out. I wonder, how much money are we making? I wonder... with our outdated fleet, if there's like any, if we could pick off any of the Ottoman fleet arenas. Do you feel me? Like anything at all would be nice, because I really want to begin putting him into a state of decline. I kind of feel like we would. Like, if I station them here, and I just pop out, I might be able to pick off some lights or some trade. Some, you know what I mean, some galleys or some lights is what I'm trying to say. Keeping an eye out for the disputed succession tab, considering there's not a single disputed succession. We can see one as it pops up. Okay. That's going to give us a lot of overextension, but we're about to lose a lot of it. 62. Nice, look at that. 70. So we can do all but one. That's fine to me. Way overextended, but this is all about to core up. And let's go over to the Ottomans. Go, 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 go. Alright, so I guess next up we're declaring the Ottoman Empire. Almost integrated Saxony, but our Diplo rep just took a massive hit. Where's our navy at? I'm trying to kind of repair our navy as we go around, you know. At least for it to survive the trip around. I don't think we suffer very much attrition going around here. That gives us fleet basing rights. So it's kind of just around this region to here, I suppose. Should be fine. So we do the long trek back across. And, you know what? There we go. Under 100%. So this is the Great Britain War that we can intervene in. Well, there's no need for us to do that. It's all about the Ottoman Empire. In my opinion, the only place to get some power projection. I'm trying to think, is there anything I'm missing out on? Not really, eh? We're just going to tech up. We've got our military tech ready to go, so I think 23 is on par with him. Although I suppose we're behind, he could technically tech up ahead of us, no problem. I wouldn't be surprised. What's our Diplo rep now? Nice. So we're integrating Saxony at 4 a month. Not too bad. More rebels. Pretty typical stuff. I think lately I've just been letting them spawn, you know, and then coming back. It's kind of a bit irritating, but what can you do? I kind of need everything to be fighting the Ottomans, really. Speaking of fighting the Ottomans, we're going to be on the Baltic side mostly. I might delete some of the forts around here. I'm tempted to keep the Mountain Province forts, even though he'll siege them really quickly. Oh gosh, I don't know. This seems a lot closer than this, actually. Why don't we do this? I like the idea of one of my commenters, who I forgot on your name, excuse me. I apologize for that. He basically suggested to delete all my forts, because it's going to mean that we've just got so many provinces which aren't worth that much war score, and we just need to defend our capital. The downside to that, like I said, is the lack of army tradition. I want more fully maintained forts as opposed to not so many. But it means that the Ottomans will not be able to just instantly siege down our forts with their freakish amount of cannons and gain strategic control over us as well as war score, I suppose. Pretty cheeky tactic for sure, but I really want that army tradition. Denmark again. Is Denmark even alive? I didn't even realize Denmark was alive. The little guy. Oh, check that out. Alright. Let's do a cheeky reconquest for Norway. Why not? We've got CB against him. That's one province to take out. I wonder if he developed that province at all. No. It's worth 3. Norway should be able to take that out in due time. So let's get our CB and our tech. I'm going to roll an Admiral, I suppose. And again, I don't expect to be able to really defeat the Ottomans at sea. Yeah, obviously, all I really want to do is see if we can just pop out and win any battles, damage his fleets anywhere. Okay, nationalism. Against a lot of nations. Any of the Germans, any of the Gurmy Germs. Get the nationalism CB. There it is. Didn't show us the imperialism for a little bit. I was worried there that we didn't get it, because I'm not fully up to date in my mind of when things happen nowadays. You damn Afghans. I think we're just going to leave the Afghanis for later on. They shouldn't be too successful anytime soon. Alright, I'm just going to wait for my fleet to get into position here. Into safety. Do we have time? Not really, eh? Not really. No, we don't. Nice. Some troops are getting onto the Danish province there above Great Britain. Okay, we should see our fleet coming through here. And then I'm going to jump in against the Ottomans. Sunni Zealots, that's not good. I don't like Sunni Zealots. Where are you at? Just try to delay them. I don't care about autonomy in that region. And I might not do any missionaries until those zealots kind of subside a little bit. Okay, this is basically all of our troops, so here we go. Can Hungary be called in? No, dude, every time I try to call him in, he's preoccupied doing something else. Not making yourself very useful, Hungary. So we get reduced cost, but that's just the same as Holy War, isn't it? Oh no, Holy War doesn't. It has 100% cost. Huh. I guess I'm outdated. I thought Holy War was more OP than it is. Back in the day, it used to have reduced cost, didn't it? Or maybe it's just the aggressive expansion. It's just the aggressive expansion compared to regular classes Spell is 25%, not cost. Monk, you noob. But regardless, we should have a cheaper war score cost from this Imperialism CB, which should be nice. Now, his general is not very good. Excellent. So we should... Are we safe? We're safe. We should be able to really wreck these troops here. 42,000 with a pretty pathetic general. His morale is hurted a little bit. Hurting. Got discipline advisor. Got a coalition spawning. Who cares? Oh, wow. With Indians even. Wow. Okay, we care a little bit. Not a sack wipe. Damn, it must have been close. I would suggest that it was close. I'm gonna see if we can throw down a... I think we've got one general with like one siege pip. There we go. And it's just all about this region, all about the capital. And I'll see if we have an opportunity to jump out against some of his fleets. Cheeky fleets. We should be using our diplomats somewhere for sure. Ooh, I wonder if we can attack Tuscany if the Pope wouldn't back him up. That would be good. This guy's doesn't have that much relations. Let's improve with Sweden. It would suck to keep some of our... Oh, they did spawn. Wow, that was quick, eh? Well, they're not Catholic provinces, so... Man, they spawned really quickly. Damn. They're not going to be converting our land back to Sunni for a while, though. Our land, you know what I mean. Catholic land. Okay, I'm just going to sit on this spot. We'll wait for some reinforcements to come by, but I'm keeping everything poised to fight the Ottoman troops. He's got a tremendous amount of troops. They could just stroll over the strait. Got to be ready. Reinforcements on the way. Plenty of reinforcements, of course. We way outnumber him in terms of force limits because, hey, Denmark is dead renoed. That's what I'm talking about. Got some money for me, Denmark? A little bit of money. Now that's looking good, dude. Our money's looking good as far as I'm concerned. We can call Ethiopia in. So I think he's just a liability. Ethiopia's just a liability. Pissing off France for mercantilism, let's do it. As long as France is happy enough to kind of get a raw marriage if we want, we're okay. Most of his troops are around here, come to think of it. No, I do want to keep my troops in position, though. Our subjects can do the rest of the sieging. So he's not... Okay, there we go. We're getting taking war score now. So it's not too hard to get ruin his enthusiasm. Hopefully, with this method, we're going to, you know, end up having more score in the long run as opposed to less with this method of play. I was about to say that he's not going full retard with his navy. I don't know how the navy AI is nowadays, you know, whether it's really dumb or not. In the past, I've been able to win wars at sea where I'm just not even comparable to my opponent by just kind of picking off their separate fleets every now and then. Okay, we're kind of ahead in every tech, which is pretty cool. Not behind at all. I mean, it's a better spot to be than the alternative. Obviously, after this war, we're going to go straight around and deal with our rebels. So where's my siege general? There. Yeah, I think it was a good call deleting those forts. Hopefully, we can rush around, though, right? To be in here in time. The level 4 fort will last a while. Level 4 fort, nice, yeah. And these are close enough for us to defend the mountains. So I think that was a good call, deleting the kind of stupid terrain forts. Let's hope that fort level 6 just holds out for a while. I think we're definitely... I mean, we got taking war squash, so we're definitely winning at this rate by comparison to the old CB, which just didn't cut it very well. Why don't we try to max our relations with the Austrians, and I'll boost some... I'll make them happy with our prestige before we peace out and gain, because we're just rolling in prestige. And we'll kind of gauge where he's at, how he feels about us. The Austrians, I mean. Yeah, these fleets aren't really going to do anything. In that case, let's modernize them in the meantime with our money. And, how many did we need for 28? That's 2. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's our mission. That's going to give us some naval tradition, which is good. We want to start getting our naval tradition up. Inflation reduction. Get our inflation as low as possible. As low as possible. Okay, well, I think things are going pretty well in this war, guys. Probably the most well, you know, sitting at 10%, but ticking, ticking, ticking. AI is, well, I was going to say sieging up, but they're not really. They're sitting on 1 fort here. But, you know, unlike the past, the enemy is not just ruffle stomping our forts. I think it's just a matter of time for our AI to siege this land up. And unlike previously, we're not going to lose taking war score anytime soon. So we're basically doing 2 forts while he does about 2 forts. But I'm going to, you know, go around here to hopefully win some battles. So I think this war's looking pretty good. Everything's looking good, guys. Economy's looking beautiful as we loot some land. Hoping to get a really strong navy up and running. And although we're doing really well on our admin right now, sitting with a power projection and so on, I hope in the future to have +3 to every advisor as well. Feels real good, man. Feels real good, man. I hope you guys have been enjoying. Obviously, we're going to get back to smashing these rebels as soon as we piece this war out. And back to crusading against the east. These coalition could be a little bit of a problem. I didn't realize how pissed the Indians out here, they are Sunni, I suppose, aren't they? Technically. Are at us, but this coalition as it stands is not that much of a problem at all. I know that Malwa is already allied to Bengal, so if it is just this, I'm sure we could just smash them. Anyway, either way, guys, back to crusading out eastward, checking out our truces with these nations and so on. Like, maybe we can just fully annex this nation after the Ottoman Empire, cleaning up some lands. Saxony's sitting at 78% integrated. That's going to be really satisfying for me, guys, to just, in quotations, state it all up for free, but that German cultured land, increase our influence over the Saxony trading region by 10% approximately. Yeah, either ways, I'm rambling, guys. I'm enjoying playing this game. I hope you guys are enjoying watching, and thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.